Hello and welcome to the Console Gaming League. We have for you today the conclusion of our Community Goats tournament as we have our two best Tier 5 Xbox teams battling it out in our grand final. 88's take on Wonderpets after weeks of playoffs. Joining me at the desk today is Neon Protege. In the producer's booth is Joker's Ransom. How are we doing, folks?
We are doing amazing. This is going to be a great game. The finals of the Tier 5 for these teams. It has all come down to this. I can't wait to get started. Let's see their teams.
88 here starting very strongly. Crazy 88s, I believe, were also regular season tier 5 champions in our Xbox scene, and have so far have shown a really dominant record. Soccer and Leche as well as Zaki on the tank line have looked so clean all through their run here. I believe ownership, but a lot of their team members, a lot of the synergy has stayed from the multi-tier tournament, right? And coming into GOATS, coming in as favorites, they have looked very clean so far. Now moving on to Wonderpets here, we have a bit of a tribulation reunion. We see a lot of familiar names here. I think just a couple players on their start. I think Wizards might be the only starter on this team that's not directly from Tribulation, but I believe through Eclipse they know a couple people. So both these teams have been together or know each other quite well. There's a lot of pre-existing synergy, of course. Not quite the same, just like plug and play, copy and paste as the 88s here, but Wonderpets as well, bringing a lot of teamwork to the table. Our first map tonight is going to be Lijiang Tower. A bit of a fan favorite when it comes to control maps, Neon.
Yeah, you see Lijiang Tower most, if not every single time. I think of all the games I've casted in this tournament, I've only seen one Nepal off the start. Actually, no, it wasn't even Nepal. It was Busan. One time that it wasn't Lijiang Tower. This is the map that everyone has been playing. They know it very well, especially with the Scouts composition. It has possibly the single best GOAT submap, the control center, of any like King of the Hill style map in all of Overwatch. So very, very predictable first map pick.
Alrighty then, looks like we are all ready to go here. So jumping in, it looks like you said, Lijiang's going to be first. A great test, especially control center of their team's ability to move around and to get the right pathing, to spend the right resources at the right times, and then ultimately jump on the opposition when you have everything ready. And thinking how this plays out, because you could argue that Gardens is probably the least traditionally GOAT-friendly map compared to what else we see on Lijiang.
It is the least friendly GOATs map. There's a lot of range, especially if you're going to go through the bridges. There's not much really GOATs can do. You just have to try and avoid the boosts from Lucio, and it's not favorable to the melee combat that you see from the Reinhardt, from the Brig. Most people go on that kind of indoors side once we get to the later round.
Well, it looks like Ninja is going to be a little late out of spawn here. And like you said, with all of this long range, you're going to want your Zenyatta to get lots of spam damage in. And Wonderpet's already establishing a really good advantage, having point control and bridge control, forcing 88 to come over now towards over this white room side. Outside looking in now is the Reinhardt. Oh my goodness, goes in so aggressively, and a double kill coming out from Drake already to open things up. The way that opened up, I think Soccer came in nice and early, found out by a shield bash, I believe, and then with that opening, Drake went in pinning, swinging, and fire striking already with the Shatter online. Neon, what a start to this fight.
Yeah, an incredible start. That's almost exactly how you play Reinhardt. That is the textbook example. You just run in with your Reinhardt and you put everything behind him. It creates just a full divide of the team. You go and you get those very early picks. You get the pin pick if you can. And we saw that there. Now, a bit of interesting here with the ult economy.
Yeah, they're rotating now towards over the bridge, and it might have caught Wonderpets a little flat-footed here. 88's here with a very quick and decisive rotation. Soccer just a bit wrong-sided, but now in a bit of trouble as well. The grab is going to come out, catches the entire team, and Oni-chan is going to stop this Zenyatta diff before coming in with the Transcendence as well. Remember, Wizards now on the Lucio has the sound barrier online as well, choosing just to wait to being, as it looks like Wonderpets are looking quite healthy. The sound barrier comes in as well, as we see Inferno with the sound barrier to answer after the grab. Diva Bomb finding 3 total between the two of them, as it looks like in all the chaos, Wonderpets continues to come out on top. They still have the sound barrier and the Earth Shatter online. Could be really difficult for 88 to get anything done here, Neon.
It is going to be very hard for 88 to do anything here. They only have one ult, and that's a support ult. You could try and use the Transcendence to push forward, but against the Shatter, that will not do much. It's really just a positional game where Wonderpets are playing such a good positional advantage every single fight. 88 just can't get anything done, really.
Shatter is going to come out straight into that barrier, and the sound barrier coming out from Wizards just to keep everybody alive after the early aggression. Drake under a lot of trouble here, as the Transcendence, like you said, used very aggressively on the attack. 88s have wrestled their way onto that point, strong-arming themselves here onto that payload, but now either Earth to the face. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely enormous, and 5 kills coming out. Wonderpets have locked this down. It's just cleanup duty now. 88's there, coming in with so much aggression, getting that OT online, but ultimately it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, it doesn't pay off at all. They waited to use the Transcendence until the Shatter was already blocked, which was the right move. But then, Wonderpets' Reinhardt got another Shatter before the counter Reinhardt, before Soccer was able to get a Shatter in that fight at all. They were 90, while Drake on that Reinhardt used one to start the fight and got another to end it, bookending it with the double Shatters. Doesn't look like we're going to see any real team swap here. It is not the best GOATS map, so we might not see that Wonderpets are able to take this 2-0.
88's here, I mean, as soon as Ninja left spawn late, they were just always attacking and coming in, and of course the ults here are also so very quick. Remember, we are on a very creative workshop code to give us as much of a close experience as we could to how the game was at when GOATS was meta. And oh my goodness, speaking of meta, GOATS Soccer with a double kill. One swing of the hammer nets 2 eliminations, as 88 starting exactly the opposite way they ended that last fight. Very, very big Reinhardt play coming out, and it's now Soccer's turn to establish ult charge dominance over the enemy Rhine.
88 actually win the first real no defending fight there. Every single fight, Wonderpets was on the defensive. This time, neither team was on the defensive, and 88's finally take it. That might be a ticket to success. Winning no defensive, where neither team is on the defensive, is online for Soccer here. Only ult for the moment. Gonna see a bunch of longer this fight goes on.
Alright, after some initial aggression, 8's a little slower, playing directly on the point here, not even at the first gate, as both teams just jostling for position here. The shield bash is going to come out in all this chaos. I believe a grab has been committed as well on the side of settling, as Wonderpets, okay, that works as well. In amid all the chaos, Drake was just able to continue to get those hammer swings into Earth Shatter landed as well. Now they push forward very aggressively through this courtyard, through this choke here. Almost, I mean, Wonderpets were held in the food court for a little bit of 88, but not looking to return the favor. Now, mirroring rallies have come out on both sides, Neon, as both teams look to jostle for position to begin this next push.
Well, it's going to be incredibly hard for anyone to do anything here. They have all their support ults. All 6 support ults are up. Anything that comes in will not be able to get many kills.
Oh my goodness! Oh, Neon, you can't cast a curse stuff like that! The beat was there, the grab was there, but so was the Diva Bomb. Lil here with a triple just for decoration as well, coming up from Inferno. 88 took that in such decisive fashion. I thought they were going to set up for a lot longer. That's why I cut over to my color caster. But they just pressed the go button. The grab came out, the bomb came out, and yeah, Wizards tried with the sound barrier, but that was too little too late.
Yeah, that was an incredible bomb right there.
From Inferno here, as 88's pressed the go button, the Transcendence being forced up from Oni-chan's as well. Oni-chan is still ready for Soccer. Oh my goodness! Interrupting the charge coming out from Drake. Drake so very low, eating the pin as well. Very, very decisive Reinhardt play here. That's exactly what you want from your main tank. Saw an opening with Drake's pin there, and with split-second reactions, with no more time to spare, hit that Earth Shatter as well. Soccer's having a great round after a pretty rough start to the series, Neon.
Yeah, well, 88s have been able to utilize their ults at a much higher level than they did last round. They used, I believe they used 2 support ults there, the Transcendence and the Sound Barrier. And it's now they're gonna have 2 more ults. It's gonna be an even ult fight, but that bomb's gonna come in. It might just be able to turn the tide. We saw it turn the tide 2 fights ago. Will it turn it this time?
All right, another early grab. 2 grabs are going to come out here. Remember, 88's used their rally just a little bit later, so we'll have just that little bit more touch staying power as the fight continues to go on. But 88's look pretty healthy here, and they tie up the map 1-1. We are going to a tiebreaker. Neon, you were singing its praises earlier on, and we are going to control center here on Lijiang Tower.
Yes, we are going to go to the single point of GOATs, possibly the entire game. Definitely have every single control or King of the Hill style map here. It's just so close quarters. Not much. There's a bit of high ground to be utilized, but it's not the dominant positions a GOATs comp plays. It's going to be very close quarters, very brawl, very GOATs style. I can't wait for this. Neither team's going to make any swaps. It's 1-1. We're going to see. This is for the first map. I can't see who's going to win this.
Yeah, no, but it looks like both teams, 88's look to be more able to be super aggressive here, but then again, we saw a bunch of their attacks being thwarted on the first point. So yeah, who's to say? Radzaki here, early aggression coming out, using both bubbles nice and early on, getting chunked down so very low. Oh my goodness, Bayer supports a drink after the Zaki, hovering around that 50 health mark, taking so much focus fire, and eventually them staying up means the soccer is able to get really aggressive and take down Drake. Radzaki eventually eats that those headshots to the face from the Zenyatta, but that's going to be the point capture secured here from 88. Very, very good work. Very good peel to keep Radzaki alive as long as they managed to stay alive there, Neon.
Yeah, they put in an incredible amount of healing. Everything that was put in just is like stayed at 50 for a good 10 seconds there. Okay, damage got healed, and they were getting consistently damaged through that entire time. Ults are now online.
Earth Shatter is going to come out. I believe that was a solo shadow, but Wizards is going to get taken out. The pin is going to take down Settling as well. Both teams trading back and forth, but it is a numbers game when it comes down to GOATs, and it looks like 88's just have the numbers advantage. Wonderpets are sent packing yet again.
Yes, that was a solo shatter.
Just be supporting himself as well, Neon.
Almost. Spade.
Oh, okay, Drake going in really deep to get their diva out of trouble here, and it does pay off, surprisingly so, to the Transcendence as well as the Rally, which they do pop early to try to secure the point and to get some aggression on the board. 2 grabs and 2 Transcendences have now also been committed, so the diva bomb with the quadruple kill! Oh my goodness, not for the first time in this series, we see Leche here able to crack the point open with some fantastic diva play and refusing to remech. Now, this is not the 250 damage, but still a possibility to get a bunch of spam damage in with the remech here. What a great bomb there, Neon.
Yeah, time after time we've seen that bomb come in. When it seems like the fight can't be changed, it comes in and changes everything.
Drake coming out here around the corner, jumping into the shadow. You love to see the style point pay off, but 88 continue to hold strong now with a triple kill, despite losing that early pick there. The Zen of only chances to go down as well. It is last fight territory for Wonderpets. It's full stall territory, actually. I don't think they're going to manage to get anybody else on the point. Wizards might be able to skate his way out there. The beat is going to be committed as well for that extra health, but oh no, I think that might have been canceled as well. OT takes second. Anybody else touch it? No. 88's after a pretty rough start to the map and to that first point, do a little bit of a mini reverse sweep. They take the lead 1-0 here in the Console Gaming League.
Yeah, they're able to come back from that very devastating, what was it, 0-100 loss on the Garden map?
Yeah.
Very brutal start, but able to pull it back. A lot of that comes down to just awesome diva bombs. Those fights where every single ult's getting used, you can't really do anything while the ults are still online, and the bomb killed everyone while the ults were being used. It's so rare to see that, but it's very good placement from the diva. Even I wasn't prepared for just the insane consistency in just such the time of need that those bombs really provided. And 88's coming in seemingly better at close quarters combat. The they lost was the kind of the outlier bit. The second map, the market, has a bit of both, but the general fight on the point is close quarters, and then third is control center. So we'll have to see how that goes farther, and I do believe it's Wonderpet's pick, so we're probably going to see something more rangy as the series goes on, although it might be King Joe off the bat.
Well, you're actually completely correct. It is going to be a little more range as we now head into Numbani. As we wait for the map to load in, as we wait for the teams to secure the defensive positioning, Neon, talk to me a little bit about the range here that you just mentioned. Because the Ana and the Moira are both available. Zen's kind of like the middle ground here to play that medium range, but at those ultra long ranges, you kind of want that Ana, and at those ultra short ranges, you want the Moira and those orbs to get a lot of work done. So both teams choosing to stick with the Zen for the time being. Talk to me about the pros and cons about, switching a flex support around here.
Well, as we see, it was up there for a second, but it's back. It's back. We do see the Ana from Ninja here. There's a lot of high ground, especially on this first point, that Wonderpets can use. It's going to be a lot more of a rangy map than the standard in this tournament, the King's Row. You see a lot of range throughout the entirety of this map. First, second, third, all have a lot of range to be utilized. If Wonderpets can take that, we'll see them very, very easily dismantle 88's attack. 88's have to traverse a lot of ground that's not that much cover. Wonderpets, that is what they need to take advantage of.
And no Transcendence, it's going to be a bit of trouble here, especially if you're dealing with a very good Zarya player, but you will have that extra nano boost to get the initiation on as well. Ninja already a third of their way to that nano boost, speaking of, as some break dip has been established, but Triumph's aggression and sins have been punished promptly by settling face as, oh no, okay, two tanks take a plunge off the side of Numbani as Ratsaki now, without the Reinhardt in tow, is in a little bit of trouble here, taking so much aggression until the Diva is going to come in and be able to swoop in and rescue them. As it looks like Wonder able to get some progress on the board.
Yeah, very much so. It is still a very deadlock fight with ult still coming online, but that Zarya not being there, that constant damage not being there, it's very detrimental.
All right, another early grab is going to come out from Radzaki just to secure these early picks, and now the stagger is going to come out as well. These players are going to get some pretty far spawns. Now, talk to me about the Ana diff here.
Well, we saw it right off the bat. The first pick was an anti-nade pick. That break from Wonderpets went down almost immediately. 88 as Breg went down very quickly after that, but that instant anti-nade, it's even better than a Discord, although it is a bit harder to utilize than a Discord, and one big anti-nade coming in is all it takes to really turn a fight, as we see the Ana being swapped for the Zen.
Yeah, job done. Back to the Omnic now as a Triumph rips the rally to give their team a little more staying power on this front line. Ooh, Drake, so another Legend Bomb comes out. Could it be enormous? Not quite this time, at the cover and the shielding was there. Wizards had the sound barrier out as well to make sure not too much trouble happened. Settling Ace here in a lot of trouble, getting chucked down so very low, but the healing resources have been coming to their spade as well. Often a bit of adventure down to less than 50 health. There is going to be a bit of a yikes, but defensively, Wonderpets we're doing okay until Drake was punished for that over-aggression. All of a sudden, they're going to have to give a lot of ground here, and QZ choosing not to commit the rally, going to triple pack, settling Ace there and say GG's for running away.
Not actually using that rally is really effective here. They're going to come back in with 3 ults, while 88's having none. If Wonderpets are able to track the ults, they'll know maybe 1, maybe 2 ults are online, but they will have the ult advantage coming in us, and they're going to utilize that in spades here.
All right, Shatter is going to come out, driven a bit of a narcon in no man's land, going to get stunned out and cut down as well. Oh no, they did such a good dry push there to get this ult advantage, but it doesn't pay off. Point B, just kind of the car just kind of sails through, and now all of a sudden, 88's have the upper hand again here, Neon. Fight Shadow in spawn! That's absolutely phenomenal! Soccer putting this team on their back. The counterpin is going to come out as well, but the damage has been done. 88's absolutely relentless with this spawn camp, still getting more and more damage in, and now Radzaki with 3/4 on the board for this grab as well, just going to hide here behind the door. Oh, Neon, what is happening?
I don't even know, but it's working. The ult is gonna come.
They can't get out of the door. The pin is going to come up. Another Earth Shatter is ready. Soccer just biding his time, waiting for the right moment. The sound barrier being spotted out as well. The cart hasn't stopped moving. We're 2 minutes away. Can OT contest get triggered? Yes, it can, but Drake gets cut down immediately. That Earth Shatter is still online as well from Soccer. Oh my goodness. I don't believe it. The Earth Shatter comes out. The Diva gets caught out. Spade is in a lot of trouble here. Now, just as pushing stuff the point as a Graph here is hoping to rescue everything. Spade is going to get demeched and deleted. Just the Lucio desperately trying to stall alongside the Zarya of settling, but Drake coming back just in time, but not early enough to get that Earth Shatter online. And after a very lengthy spawn camp and an extremely efficient push, 88s have completed all 3 points with almost 4 minutes remaining, Neon.
Wow. 88 just used their advantage. We saw the win control center, the most close quarters map, and they just held in the smallest room they could, which just so happened to be right outside the spawn doors, taking it to Wonderpets every chance they could. Very, very smart from them. We did see the second point. Kind of go. Wonderpets really should have been able to get onto the point. Once that point was taken, 88s just said, we have the point, we have time, we're just gonna hold W, and we saw them able to win that fight. Now we're coming in this Wonderpets attack here, and it's 88s who are running the Ana, which is incredibly interesting since Wonderpets hit the map. Mainly, the only way I can think they picked it is for the longer range, and they're not utilizing the Ana, they're just going with the Zen.
Yeah, they're really trusting in the ability of the Discord to cut down Soccer, but as we saw, that's not really going to stop him. That Earth Shatter straight in spawn was absolutely phenomenal. Shout out Jokers, our producer, for getting that live as well. Now Ninja on the Ana is going to be interesting here. Both teams, yeah, 88's really liking that point A Ana. They attack with the they defend the Ana, and oh wow, they just spill themselves out onto the ground here, actively giving up the high ground, choosing to play by the tourist bus here, and it's going to pay off. 3 picks nice and early on. The stagger kills are going to come out as well. 88 starting the defense exactly as they ended their attack with heaps and mounds of audacity and aggression.
Yeah, just if you can get a bunch of damage in before the enemy can even get anything in, it is an incredible advantage, and the first pick coming through as well.
Alright, now Soccer may be getting punished for that over-aggression here. Now you're suddenly Rhineless in a goats fight, as 88's now running into a bit of trouble. Ninja unable to get that Nano Boost online before going down. Wizards with a bit of aggression onto that backline just to displace the healing there. The remaining support, Triumph in a lot of trouble as well. That Break Lucio doesn't really offer a lot of burst heals. 2 ticks online now for Wonderpets. I think 88's maybe just put some bodies on the point just to stall it up, but it looks one here for Wonderpets unless something very horrible goes wrong.
It's actually still completely open. The ults are coming back.
Yes, because he's going completely wrong. They have the picks online, but they walk on the point, but they still grab the cart anyways. What? Straight into those hammer swings. Oh no, Neon, it's another spawn camp. I don't believe it. They lost the point. Zaki was looking at the cart, standing still, controller no longer in hand, and then just boom. Presses Q, hits triangle, whatever letter it is on Xbox, grabs the cart, catches 4, catches 5, and the hammer happened to be there from Soccer. Now another shatter coming close to being online. That's absolutely ridiculous. They have to rally and shatter from their spawner to get out here. Wonderpets once again being forced into their spawn.
Yeah, it's just over and over.
Come out here only catching 2, but that's going to be enough. But the counter shatter is going to be absolutely enormous. 88s are committing resources and bodies and ultimates to this fight. The pin off the map for style points takes QZ with him as well. Soccer is absolutely unstoppable.
Just time after time. Wonderpets really shouldn't have been able to take that point there, but 88's got our point. They waited to the last second to make sure their reinforcements could come back, the respawn could come back, and it kind of...
Inferno, where are you going? I'm sorry, Inferno ran past the spawn straight into a 1v3 fight as Lucio. I have some question marks there. I think 88s definitely have to temper their aggression from time to time. The Earth Shatter isn't going to catch anyone either. Great block by Drake. Counter Shatter is going to catch the Zarya. Bomb in the backline. Another Liche bomb finding another kill onto Wizards. That absolutely brutal given the sound barrier seems to be online as well. The Transcendence is there and eating the pin with the Trans is absolutely fantastic. A Season 1 Jonak Trans to protect their teams. Made is going to take the L here as well as the Grab's not going to come out. The Nano Boost was committed as well onto the Lucio of all heroes, enabling them to stay alive long enough to get that sound barrier out. As the Counter Shatter is going to come out. Very lengthy fight coming out. Both teams investing lots of time and money into this. As Drake now landing an enormous Shatter, only chance of the double kill. And finally, a bit of light on the horizon for the attacking team as Wonderpets have now finally found their numbers advantage. They're fighting 6-on-4. Things are looking on the up and up.
Still haven't started to really push point. Now they're finally going to be able to push point. They're going to be fighting a Reinhardt Shatter, a Diva Bomb, a Zarya Grab. If the defense comes back and with the contest, if not the next fight, we'll see those ults being used.
Whoa, Soccer, relax, dog. Soccer just goes straight for the pin, straight into the pillar, not even onto the cart, so unable to get the contest going. So Wonderpets just collecting the free ult charge and freeze badges there. I mean, 88s win by their aggression and also fall by their aggression, Neon.
Yeah, it is definitely their tempo game, but if they make a mistake, it is all over, and we actually saw...
Oh, that's an eaten grab, folks. It's a hungry Diva man gobbling up the grab coming up from Radzaki there as the Nano Boost now committed onto Soccer, but might not be necessary as Ninja with a phenomenal Nano Boost here to keep everybody going. And Soccer once again with a very long range pin. This time it does pay off. They don't feed as much as they have been the past couple fights as 88's now back in control.
Yeah, that was a very interesting break. We saw the bomb immediately kill the Reinhardt, and that just free reign for 88 to just do whatever they want. They took the Zarya, the Brig, all the way to their spawn and took them both out. Those pins have been either they're the reason they win or the reason they lose.
Oh my goodness, Radzaki with 80 charge free firing from this high ground is absolutely brutal. The Earth Shatter was committed as well from Soccer, who does get traded out here, but 3-4 picks coming online. The only thing you can criticize here is that Wonderpets do have the spawn advantage, so losing any player for 88 is going to mean that they are going to have to fall back a little bit, but Radzaki holding down this high ground alongside Ninja is going to be very helpful. Who gets stunned out? Okay, stunned out, I believe, fell over, and the grab over onto this high ground is super interesting. Under the bridge that makes sure that Diva couldn't eat it. Extremely creative. Style points are awarded, but capture progress is not, as Radzaki, after some very aesthetically pleasing work, is sent back to spawn.
Yeah, just hold that far up. One of you will eventually get taken out in a Goat's composition. That's what we saw happen there. Ult's just being used. 88s need to do something. They're going to have support ults to take on the tank ults of Wonderpets. They need to take a fight, and they need to take a second fight. They're most likely not going to win this next fight. They need to win the fight after.
Despite the Nano Boost, Soccer got chunked down to under 100 health here, and Inferno is forced to use that sound barrier to give their team a little more staying power. And, oh, it's the 360 Shatter, baby! It catches 3, it catches 4, the eliminations are coming out, and you are sent back into your spawn. Soccer styling on these fools that don't believe it. Drake being sent packing yet again.
That was incredibly interesting because Wonderpets just started to back up, and they really didn't need to, as far as I saw. I don't think they would get picked on it, like had any picks, and they had the ult advantage.
Oh, Diva Bomb coming out from Spade now as Wonderpets finally getting some progress on the board yet again. Oh my goodness. Soccer absolutely styling on these folks, and now there's less than a minute remaining. It's going to be very, very difficult here for Wonderpets to guarantee them any type of time back.
Wonderpets are the only ones online with ults. They're going to be taking on the off-tank ults of 88s. But the ults could just come in from Wonderpets before anything comes in from 88s.
All right, Devo being chucked out into the air. Doesn't catch anybody. No, it doesn't. Drake is there with the shield. The barrier being used there as well to cleanse them of the anti-nade. Ninja struggling to get too much value for the time being. Speaking of, is going to get taken down promptly. Now it is just an exercise in stall gameplay as Wonderpets trying to push through this as soon as possible. QZ going down with the barrier, or sorry, with the rally ready to go is going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, more ults just being used. It is an ult fight every single second here.
Oh, straight to the triple kill. That surely has to clear it out. Soccer pinning in, but that's going to be too little too late. And eventually, with Shoti just starting, Wonderpets are going to complete the points. So secure for a draw at the very least, but having to play up against 3 minutes and 45 seconds is going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, especially after 88's took it so fast on their attack. They ended with almost 4 minutes. They're going to have just about the regular start time, just a bit less, maybe an overtime fight less. This is going to be incredibly hard for Wonderpets to defend here. Wonderpets might have been able to take it with any time, with just a few seconds left if they would have been a bit more aggressive. But it's a little too late at this point. They're going to need to find some defense here. It's going to be a double Zen Goats comp. Nothing really changes here. 88, they did not run the Ana, or they did not run the Zen when they took the point. They ran the Ana. So that might change just a bit of how this plays out.
I mean, it's a pretty standard line of thinking, right? You use the nano boost versus transcendence debate. Isn't that Soccer's using that aggression? I still can't get over the 360 shatter and spawn. That's brutal. Drake hasn't taken that big an L since Kanye leaked that he had a kid. Like that's ridiculous. Absolutely fantastic. We're coming up from both Reinhardts. Drake, of course, clapping back with a couple big shatters and big plays of their own, but nothing compared to the damage that Soccer has been able to inflict so far this series.
Yeah, it is incredible Reinhardt play. Soccer had just been so aggressive. Very hard to find a Reinhardt with that level of consistent aggression that is
Okay, Soccer deeming that is a fair trade, pinning only chance off the point, not even trying to fire strike or swing, and another boop kill. 2 environmental kills coming out here. Only one support left for Wonderpets. It's just Wizards and the Lucio desperately hanging on. This might be it already, right? That's healing diff right there. That Lucio can only do so much healing, especially in a Goats composition where there's so much damage ticking in here. That burst heals, late check into the Diva Bomb just on time to make sure that remake comes through promptly. Just one tick necessary, but I think that's going to be it. 88. What? 88. That's okay. That is some clean attack. That's some clean gameplay. 88's here, definitely here to put on a show. Our staff team here at CGL has been hard at work writing these scripts, and 88's have been executing them to a T. Oh, jeez Louise. 88's now 2-0 up. We head into a championship map. We're going to take a quick break as we try to digest what just happened. Oh, sorry, first to 4. My apologies. It is a grand final, so still lots of Overwatch to come. We will be back with a little more analysis and just trying to digest what just happened to Wonderpets there. Stick around. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Console Gaming League. We have our Community Goats Tournament Grand Final happening as our two best Xbox teams battle it out. 88's currently have a 2-0 lead for the time being, thanks to some main tank difference. Fantastic work coming out of Soccer to establish his dominance over Wonderpets.
Yes, and speaking of Soccer, there is the last play of the Numbani map, which is the map that just ended for all of you that are coming back. 2 maps that have played. The one we just did is Numbani. 88's did win that thanks to a genius play from Soccer, pinning the Zenyatta off the map. It's not just a heal difference. It's a damage difference, and there's a respawn difference. The attacking team has the quicker respawn. The charge as well from the Reinhardt. Zen has 0 movement opportunities. The only way to get him back faster is if they use the Lucio, which cannot at that point bring him out, because now all of a sudden they need that healing to try and even it out. The Reinhardt can come back in, and the team can sustain themselves. They have the support to sustain themselves. There's no Discord, so no one can get burst down instantly. The team is safe. they're gonna have the respawn on the Reinhardt before Zen can go back and really make that difference. And on the point, you just have everyone going in, focus firing. The D.Va got the ult. When does a D.Va get their ult on one fight? When the Reinhardt isn't there. That is the answer. And it's so multi-layered. You could spend just I think you could honestly spend an hour just dissecting of how what they know that play will do and how they capitalize on it. 88s are gonna have, if they can just keep plays like that going, if they just for 2 more maps, not even that long consistency, just 2 maps of possibly 9. It's 4-4, but we could see multiple ties through the series. They just need to do it on 2 maps. That might just be, you could get lucky with those plays at that point. It is in a great position to take this home.
Well, speaking of the upcoming maps, we're now moving on to folks. Most palatable of all the 2CPs. I, for one, do actually unironically enjoy playing 2CP. Please do not burn me at the stake. But so we talked a lot about 88's, their aggression and the crazy things that soccer's able to pull out, right? What can Inferno do here? Right? What are we seeing? Sorry, not Inferno. What can Wonderpets here do? What are we seeing? What adjustments do we need to make? Do we need to match the aggression, or Wonderpets just, or is it the alt? Neon, like, talk to me, right? You just put yourself in that coaching mindset. As we go into Volskaya, what do they need to do to get it together?
Well, that is a very interesting question. Wonderpets, first of all, something about the tank line. The supports, great, solid play. But those tanks, there's a difference there. It is a tank difference game right now, from at least what I can see here. The Reinhardt, just overall great play from soccer. The D.Va bombs coming in just when they need to. Even if it doesn't get much, it is zoning out a lot. And it's at the right time to really stall it out. I believe on Wonderpets' attack to third on Numbani, there was a bomb. Everyone kind of got off point and almost saved it right there. It was almost saved. It's a lot of good zoning ults. Somewhere they need to take those tanks out of it. Maybe try and employ an Ana's sleep dart if your Zen can play the Ana, if you can play that role. It's going to be very hard. Definitely an up in aggression. We've seen that they somewhat retreat a bit when they have an advantage. They could have very easily taken Numbani with some time left, but instead they backed up, took it the next fight, guaranteeing they win, but guaranteeing they have a whole other fight when they could have taken that and steamrolled that into taking the point with half minute left.
Raya, what are we expecting here from either of these teams? Still the Zenyatta? Are we expecting a very aggressive hold, playing the bunker? What's going on?
Well, so far we've only seen the Zenyatta from Wonderpets, so I would not be surprised if they continued that. I don't think we're going to see any Winston really coming in here. Wonderpets might just keep the same comp. It's 88 where they might try and run something else. We have seen Diana. There's quite a bit of high ground on Volskaya. First point. You can see the left side there. The middle, if you can somehow get the Ana up there. On the right side, you could use that Ana difference of just shooting down with the range. And on the second point, we also see that as well. It does seem like we're going to get the Zen. So somewhere in here, Wonderpets are going to have to they're going to have to pull something out that they haven't used yet.
For the attacking team, how difficult is it to get that Zen into a good position to get a lot of damage in and to be able to land those optimal discords?
Oh, it is incredibly difficult, especially if you're playing against a good team. You really need to sometimes just wait for the Reinhardt to make a mistake to get a discord on and really get that damage in. And even if you do get a discord, it might not be on the person you want. No one might be able to get the damage onto them, and the discord might just fade away. So it's really crucial that you get those discords off. Possibly take off angle to get those discords. Oh!
He's done it again! The absolute mad lad! I don't believe it. There is a bit of a brig diff happening here as well, as Cordell gets the pick onto Triumph here, but Soccer... Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. Radzaki, coming over towards this left side, trying to get some work in as also just a quick note for viewers, Drake has actually switched over onto the Zarya now, but it's not making too much of a difference. Alright, Neon. Alright, Neon, Soccer's silent on us. I don't know what's happening, bro.
Well, it's the same logic that we saw on the Numbani Zen pin. The quicker respawn. You could actually see there from the angle that we had, the Zarya was waiting for the Reinhardt. You could see they went back and instantly put a bubble on the Reinhardt. That tells me they're communicating, waiting for that Reinhardt to come back. That is the play. Get a pick and wait for the Reinhardt to come back. And with the swap of the Reinhardt for Drake, it's just the Zarya is a bit more aggressive player. Drake's a bit more aggressive than the. No, he's a bit less aggressive. Sorry, the Zarya before was the more aggressive one. So they're trying to get a bit more aggression.
Well, it looks like it might be a bit of a steamroll. 88's already with a tick online, and with all 6 members fit and firing here, the grab is going to come out, the Transcendence being forced out of Wonderpets as well, just to contest the thing. Just looks so into a little trouble though, as Triumph once again is going to fall early on, settling Ace though, taking the L, as well as the Samurai from Inferno is able to keep everybody else healthy, but Ninja taking so much damage, getting chunked down solo, eating a Discord orb as well, desperately trying to stay alive and stay safe here, and it is going to pay off. We have Soccer continue to swing fearlessly on point here, and this time the boop is going the pin is going to be interrupted by a boop, and finally after a tick is going to be given up, Wonderpets finally stop the bleeding and get some stability for the first time this map.
They definitely need that stability, and we saw a bit of the Reinhardt difference there of the new Reinhardt settling Ace. Kind of held that shield up, survived a lot longer, and then came back in with a very aggressive play. It's just that aggression that they're trying to get in here. That's what they're trying.
Alright, another early grab is going to come on and settling into the very aggressive pin, pinning Soccer back towards his own team there from settling Ace and make sure Soccer really has no option to get out there. And now the aggression is going to come in as they push into the courtyard. 88 for the first time this series in a little bit of trouble aggression-wise, and Wonderpets a lot more decisive in how they press go than before here, Neon.
Yeah, this is exactly what they need. This is the change that they needed. Whether they had it in mind or not, whether this is the outcome they were resulting for, this is definitely the outcome they were resulting for, but if it's because of this change or not, this is working. They're gonna have a few ults here to really defend this from the bomb, from the tangles that are gonna come online in just a second here.
Whoa! Okay, just settling Ace, just taking a page out of the Soccer playbook and just pinning off the map again. Triumph is going to be once again. Triumph just keeps dying first, and a lot of times it's very unlucky, but playing breaks a little bit. You're a bit of you're gonna take a. Okay, that pin off the map looks to have paid off, but now there's no Reinhardt on the point. Another very good shadow coming out from Soccer, catching everybody off guard, but the grab makes that there's no follow-up ready here as Soccer eating another pin, getting a lot of damage. Oh no, the healing's not going to be enough despite the rally from Triumph coming out here, and it looks like 88 are sent packing yet again. Wonderpets, just whatever 88s do to us, we'll do back to you. And it seems to be working out quite healthily for them.
Is working in spades here, and that's not just the Diva spade. It's the same logic that Soccer's been using with the pin onto the brig. The Reinhardt's gonna have a quicker respawn. You're not gonna be able to get enough picks before the Reinhardt comes back. Even if it is just monkey see, monkey do, it is working incredibly well.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey do, monkey pin all over you, as Soccer now finds the kill opening onto Portal, but once again in so much trouble. Just a little Discord focus from Oni-chance could be the difference maker. A lot of times when we see these heroes being chunked down super low, the Discords aren't switching targets quick enough, but Oni-chance is getting those picks anyway, so what the heck do I know? Wonderpets now another really great hold in the defense, not giving up any more progress than they intended to, still just the one tick of permanent progress online. Wonderpets with just over 90 seconds to work with now, 88's closing in on one fight territory.
88s, they should be able to take this. They're gonna come in with all 6 ults. This is the GOAT's death nail. The death move of the GOAT's composition, coming in with all your ults. And that's what they're about to do here. Wonderpets aren't gonna have a grab. They're not gonna have a transcendence. They get a shatter later on. They just need to pull in these ults and utilize them correctly.
Okay, great shield bash to stop the bomb from coming in, but Drake here with a double kill on the Zarya is absolutely phenomenal. 88s are going to have to die and die fast if they want to make sure they get to come back yet again. They used two ultimates there, the Earth Shatter and the Sound Barrier, but Neon still 4 online, not the end of the world for them.
Not the end of the world at all. It's most likely going to be a 4-4 fight here. If Oni can get that Transcendence, which might not even happen, Drake still has to build that grab up ult. It could very well go in 88's favor.
Alright, Shatter to come on, and as the Sound Barrier comes out, so does the grab. Diva Bomb Leche once again is going to be able to pick off Wizard. Those Diva Bombs are not a Lucio's friend here. And phenomenal from 88's really good chaining of the ult as well. As soon as Wizards used the Sound Barrier, they were happy to commit their own grab and then the bomb after, as well as I believe their own Sound Barrier. And like you said, Oni-Chans was not able to get that Transcendence online, popping it right at the very end when they were the only one left in the fight there. Very, very good work from 88s to be super decisive and to finally be able to capture the point with just 24 seconds remaining, despite arriving with over 5 minutes on the time bank.
Yeah, just able to take it. But 88s there, their ults kind of ran out just as the support ults Wonderpets ran out, which kind of makes you in a somewhat of a stalemate, which just kind of who's more aggressive usually wins. But the bomb from 88s got the Lucio dead, got Wizards, and that just allowed 88s. One goes down, the chink in the armor, the sword goes through, and the giant all pick after pick after pick. And then even if the Transcendence does come in at that point, as I said, it's not enough. There's no one there. The Transcendence isn't even on the point to stall it. I think it tried to come in, but it didn't get there in time. 88's not going to be on the defense. It's in mirror composition once again, as we see so often in this tournament. And Wonderpets, what was settling Ace do? This is right now. I'm looking at settling Ace. He has been a huge difference on that Reinhardt so far. Him and Drake, the swap there has been huge. What will the attack implications of the swap be?
Well, yeah, and to be fair, like you said, Drake has done a great job on the Zarya as well, almost to the point where I almost can't believe they started on these off rolls to begin with. Okay, so they're going to hold on this high ground. Oni-Chans is going to be taken down nice and early on. So the aggression is going to come up from 88. They drop onto the point and fight so aggressively. The balls of the walls play style is coming back here. 88 unfazed by how Wonderpets has responded so far this map. And okay, straight to the spawn they go.
It's played a very off angle. They just played in the center above everybody. Just, you could not be more exposed while being in such a great spot. You can see how they get up through there. And they just have rain. If anyone, like, exposes himself from the ball, they will be able to take it. They got the Zen, just because the Zen was a bit slower than the rest of the team. They're going to try and do it again.
Alright, great collapse here. Soccer going in so aggressively, using that speed boost. This might be GOAT, but that's just a wonderful dive coming out here. As 88s with fantastic teamwork collapsing straight onto Wonderpets' backline there. And another very clean retake here. I don't believe any ultimates other than the Earth Shatter was utilized.
I don't think so either, but I don't think so for either team. So 88s just use one ult to get a good 30 seconds out of Wonderpets. Wonderpets gonna have to build up the ults and try and get something out of 88s. They can still very easily take this, but every time the Zen is the last one to go, as we see right there.
Excellent grabs coming out from both sides. Both teams suspended in mid-air, and oh my goodness. It's as is the Diva Bomb. Another extremely clean team wipe is going to come out. Less than 2 minutes remaining here for Wonderpets. You gotta get it together. Keep your wits about you, folks, because 88s came to party.
Yeah, 88s. And party they are doing, and it's an incredibly effective strategy. They're just going for Oni-Chans. Hasn't got the Transcendence in over 2 minutes.
No.
Been the first dead in all 3 fights.
Yeah, Oni-chan's getting farmed to no fault of their own there. That's just really good focus fire coming out from 88. They know exactly what the target priority is. And now Leche, just on this off angle, harassing that backline. And very good rotation coming from Wonderpets, able to drop down through the Mega Room. Now with a lot of map control, 88's all of a sudden from the outside looking in, dropping onto the point with a lot less aggression and swagger than they're used to. They're down on resources, down on ultimates, down on positioning, and eventually look like they're going to be down on numbers. The Soccer's going to eat CC after CC after DC. Bomb being turn for Spade to get a Diva, a bomb kill, as Soccer is going to get cut down mid-pin as well. Fantastic working well from Wonderpets. Bit of a rotation diff here. They secured themselves a rotation in which they did not have to take the punishment that they did on those first two pushes, and it's paid off in abundance for them.
Oh, they didn't even have to take the punishment because there's no way they could take the punishment. They went around. That is the smallest amount of space on the map from the car to the door that you could possibly go on the attack. There's no room to get Zen there. And Zen was almost first, was in front of the Reinhardt behind the shield. There's no way they could have taken the Zen.
Okay, another 88's play is going to come out and... Soccer, what are you... Alright, Neon, you take this one. My goodness. Oh, yeah.
Soccer just immediately takes out Oni-chance. What a bad day at the office. Dead first. There's been a Zen dead first every single fight so far on Wonderpets attack, and all but one time it's been Oni-chance. Just they have a strategy, idiots, and they're sticking to it. Kill the Zen, don't let that Transcendence come through, don't let the Discord, don't let anything come through from Zenyatta. And it's been working for a lot of them.
Alright, so the rally is going to come out, and wise decision from Wonderpets to kite that aggression here, but they back themselves up into a corner, which is wrong. don't do that. Oh no. But 88's here, very good defensive display. 4 ultimates online, but Infernal's been pretty good with charming these beats relatively quickly.
Yeah, very good beat charge. We see a bunch of ults online. The beats are going to come in as the fight goes on. Oh!
Soccer with another pin, but this time it is going to get into the counter pin. Wasn't there, but the shield bash was. The Transcendence being forced out here as an excellent grab in to come out. Another Leche, but the triple kill. Leche on the Diva, coming in so clutch every time. It looks like 88s might just get punished for their aggression. The Diva bomb comes out. Phenomenal work coming out from Leche. Absolutely great stuff from 88s to make sure they have those contingency plans for when things explode.
Yeah, and 88s, they had the grab and the bomb by the time Wonderpets' portals were out. The moment I saw that, I was like, 88s instantly win. They come in with the bomb, with the grab, nothing can stop it, instantly get 3 kills, instantly win the fight. Coming here, we're just gonna see a few ults, not gonna be much, but it could be devastating.
Alright, Diva Bomb chucked down to the backline. Oh, the Zens. It's a rough day to be a Zen player. Cornel is going to be taken down as well, but Soccer with another pin off the map. You love to see it, folks. Oh my god, if this was a drinking game, I would advise us to stop immediately. I mean, I don't have much to say. This guy's insane. This is ridiculous.
Soccer didn't need to. Ace
They had picks already, and he just wanted to clown on them.
Ace was less than half health. A pin to a wall, which was 2 feet to the left, would have been enough. But Soccer
Soccer goes for it again, and the CC is there along with the grab. Oh no, that's brutal. And Wonderpets, just to add insult to injury, is going to commit the Transcendence as well. Another bomb going out here, but very good shielding, and the Zarya bubbles were there as well. 17 seconds now remaining on the clock for Wonderpets. Can they get this done in OT? As the Transcendence coming from Ninja as well to keep 88s in the fight. Soccer is going to come back 3/4 of their way to that Earth Shatter as well. He is going to get stunned out and out. That's absolutely brutal. Settling Ace now, answering back with a big round play of his own as well, swinging away after the shatter. That Diva on the ground, demeched and deleted immediately. Wizards coming up big as well. Another pick onto that main heals. Oh my goodness, Triumph is having a little bit of trouble staying alive here, and as OT takes down, so does the progress bar. Round 2 is complete. Both teams have completed their push. It's just 24 seconds apart.
Yeah, Yeah, and we see Soccer finally gets stopped on his rampage. McGrath comes through the CC, gets the very quick kill, and once the Soccer's not there anymore, it's just free reign for Wonderpets to move in. So many times we saw Soccer go in being a very decisive factor at the beginning of the fight. At time, it was the other way around. He's the decisive factor that Wonderpets won the fight from the very beginning. We're going to see how both teams take the attack. Wonderpets are going to go first, and their compositions are, oh my, who would have guessed it? It's the same exact thing that we've seen almost the entirety of the series. Once again, a mirror matchup. You're gonna see those Zens. It's really just a game of who can kill the Zen first, or is Soccer gonna do anything outlandish that we've seen? Those are the 2 points that we've seen throughout the attacks.
I just want to shout out our new CGL replay system, as our producer Jokers was just able to roll back a POV clip of Soccer's POV diving off the map straight into the ice there. But like you said, Neon, it's a rough day to be an Omnic out there. I mean, it makes sense. I believe in the lore. I mean, knowing what I know about Zarya and her homeland, Russia might not be the most Omnic-friendly place in this Overwatch world, and I mean, the Zens are feeling the pain today.
Well, even on Numbani, that was the pick onto the Zenyatta that won them the attack on the 4th point attack for 88s.
All right, Wonderpets is happy to run it back and to take the pathing that gave him so much love and luck that first time, but Soccer with an early pin just into a wall this time. Nothing crazy. Yeah, don't write home about that. As 88's very, very early win here is forcing the resets to come out from Wonderpets. Less than 20 seconds remaining now. Wonderpets with their backs up against the wall.
Yes, Soccer executed a pin and didn't die off the map. Very proud of him learning. But very quickly, 88s have a heavy ult advantage. They're just going to come in. Soccer going to shatter very quickly. You see Bomb maybe come in, but Shatter's all it's really going to need. You see Discord as well. There it is.
Sorry, it's a 180 shatter off the high ground. I don't believe it. Oh my goodness. Style points all around the board. Soccer's unstoppable. My goodness. The man's a running highlight reel. 88's full hold here. They secure the draw, but can they now secure the win?
Very interesting if idiots can secure that win. They have enough time to do it. It's just a matter of will they be able to do it? Can Wonderpets turn the strategy around onto 88s? We could very easily see Soccer just pin in. He's gonna have 3 attempts to get something off. We saw it very quickly on the first point, just pinned someone, I believe it was a Zen, right off the map. We could see that 3 times in a row on this first point. So we're gonna have to see what they run first of all. Will there even be a Zen? And of course there is. There's always, almost always, a Zenyatta, especially for Wonderpets here. They have the same comp over and over and over again. Idiots, they're gonna have to fight Wonderpets here, while Wonderpets know 88's defense. It was more potent than their own defense. They could very easily see the monkey see, monkey do strategy that worked very well for them. There's going to be a lot of room, a lot of experimentation that we could see from here.
Listen, Yada's running into some pretty tough times. It might be a problem with the Overwatch game engine. I think maybe because the Omnics made of so much metal, they have a magnetic pull on the Reinhardt pin. Who knows? But yeah, like you said, 3 attempts to capture 1 tick here on the side of 88 to secure the win and to put themselves 3-0 up in this grand final. Like you said, Wonderpets should copy the strat of holding the high ground. They're going to rotate over onto this left side now. Okay, the dive is going to come out, and the stun coming out to settling ace is going to be pretty brutal as, oh my goodness, Soccer here swinging that hammer away. It looks like the win has been secured for 88s now. They're just going to pick off some final blows here on the left, and yep, that's the tick secured. 88 after a phenomenal display on Volskaya Industries take the lead to 3-0 here in the console game championship map coming up next.
Yeah, this could very easily be it. 88 could just 4-0 this, but that last fight there, we just saw the creeping death of the Diva got 4 at least final blows, plus onto the Zarya after the map had ended. Out of mech instantly got the headshot onto the Zarya. Very nice play. We also saw there when Wonderpets tried to do 88's strategy. We saw the Zarya of 88's back up and stay behind. And instantly everyone kind of rushed in that small room. They tried to get in. The Zarya just constantly applying damage. I believe Diva went all the way around, or was at least out there some way, getting a lot of shots on the back line. There's 2 off tanks, heavy damage deals on the back line while you're trying to take a fight against a Reinhardt who has all 3 supports. Is just, you're getting pincer on just both. It's a pincer, and it's such an effective pincer that you can't really do anything about it. Idiots almost said, we're gonna do a strategy. Please copy us on the test scores, because we know how to counter it.
And to be fair, Wonderpets did start to bring a bit of their own heat there on the defense, pushing forward very aggressively into the courtyard, and it did pay off, earning themselves a lot of ult charge and a lot of the timing. But ultimately, I mean, you're talking GOAT's aggression, 88 is the place to go. And as someone that started watching the Overwatch League during Season 2, right when like it was like the San Francisco Shock and Vancouver Titans going at it every grand final, it's nice to see Bumper back in action. Interesting to see that they went with the name Soccer and plays on an Xbox League now. But I mean, the thing that, like, the clip that I'm replaying most in my head is Sideshow watching a VOD back, and Bumper and Sideshow in his co-stream just goes, "Bumper, you crazy freaking idiot." He didn't say frickin', he said something else. But that's how I feel watching soccer, except it's working. And the feed drive might have been, the turbo feed drive might have been engaged at warp speed, but it's absolutely working for 88s now. So really hoping for more of the same to come out, but the aggression, the environmental kills, and those mid to short range fights are going to be harder to replicate on our next map though, Neon, our championship map now, but one of very many to come potentially, as 88s, even if they don't get it done, they have a very cushy lead here. Heading on to Havana, and we know 88s are relatively comfortable throwing an Ana in the mix.
Yeah, they very easily could throw an Ana in here, but there's gonna be no environmental kills, at least for the first 2 points. I don't think a single place you can get an environmental kill. There is none on the first 2 points. Eventually you can start to get it on that third, and there's gonna be a team, like a swapping sides here. So we'll see who is on attack and who's on defense. And there's no feeling of environmental until third, and there's only 2 spots of the fight right as the point comes out of second onto the road to third, and on the bridge. You're not going to see many environmental kills. You're not going to see Soccer really coming in unless he really goes from an off angle, like going from high ground and just pushing onto the bridge and throwing someone off the map. You're not going to see that much. So it'll be very interesting to see. Could Wonderpets start to take this without having to worry of a Soccer coming in and just throwing everything into chaos? Could they take this with the longer ranges that we've seen them play very effectively? It'll be very interesting to see.
Well, let's not keep you guys waiting any longer. We're going to jump straight into Havana, and it does look like, for the time being, Wonderpets has locked on the Ana. Once again, hoping the nades and the nano boost is going to give them a little more aggression than they have seen before, but no Transcendence is going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, no Transcendence, but an anti-nade is the counter to the Transcendence ultimate. Sleep Dart could be very effective. Diana makes up for the Zen in utility. It's one of the highest utility characters in the game. So let's see how Wonderpets can utilize that.
88 is, of course, they were going to go for the spawn camp. And Soccer already so close to the Earth Shatter, just a couple hammer swings away before being able to lay it down. Eating a shield bash to the face, though. Really good focus fire coming up. Fantastic bubble work here. Drake, my goodness. And oh, the shatter behind the cart. Oh my goodness, Radzaki with the bubble to save Soccer from the pin there is going to pay off. And now rewarded and 2/3 of their way to a grab. Fantastic work from 88. They show no signs of slowing down. Phenomenal work.
88s are just going to milk this cow for all it's worth. They do not have that shatter. They might be able to build it up. Settling is going to have that shatter much before Soccer, at least should.
All right, Soccer going really deep in here, not really trying to get a kill there. I think they recognized that they lost the break and they just went for the full stall, and pinning the nano boosted right out of the fight honestly isn't the worst decision there, as now it's just the stagger picks coming through. But it looks like 88s are definitely going to get one, maybe two fights here before we move into Refinery.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be able to get some fights here. And suddenly Ace used the Shatter. Very weirdly, Drake out of position, taken out. This is 88's very good chance of just stopping Wonderpets right here. They're gonna have all but the sound barrier. Wonderpets have to back.
No,
They're just gonna come in.
Back to spawn. Oh my
like
goodness, 88's being sent back to spawn is pretty brutal here. Like you said, as soon as they lost that first pick, they had to go back. Now there's 6 ultimates online. Soccer can go as balls to the walls as he would like, and there's all the resources in the world to bail him out, starting with this Transcendence and Leche's Diva Bomb, but Fade answers with something just a little bit bigger here.
Yeah, it's the picks coming through on both sides, but it's gonna be Wonderpets just able to eke it out here. Spade getting a huge bomb. They're not going to be able to push forward. They have the ult advantage. 88s really didn't get anything with the ults that they had. Wonderpets got more on the places that they did. You're going to see another fight come in here. The time just going down. It's very likely that Wonderpets are going to be able to take this first point, but they won't do it with any time left, it looks like.
Alright, Nano Boost has now been committed on to settling Ace here. Soccer forced a hard shield for a little bit to block that Earth Shatter. Really good work. And, I mean, Oni-chan's going on to that Ana. Those Nano Boosts to kind of counter the aggression of Soccer has actually been proving relatively effective here. Soccer has to behave himself a little bit in these neutral fights whenever that Nano Boost is committed. Big grab is going to come in. The Transcendence is online just in time. Oh my goodness, Leche limiting the Diva Bomb, ripping that backline, and once again is going to catch out JM on the Lucio this time. Those Lucios are having a rough time against Leche's explosives here, as the D-Mech is going to come out as well. The stagger kills being chased here by Zaki alongside the rest of their team, and oh no, it's a brutal delay onto Spade as well. 88 here with just 30 seconds remaining on the clock, hoping for another fight win and a very, very brief conclusion to this defense.
Well, 88s, they saved that Shatter. They could have very easily used it. They had all the time in the world to use it, and now they're going to just have it saved.
Oh, the Flight Shatter pays off. Oh my goodness. The Flight Shatter pays off, and not just that, settling Ace answer to the counter shatter, but was interrupted and cut down mid-animation. That is absolutely brutal. The grab here just to be safe as well. Less than a second remaining. Can anybody touch? Yes, OT is triggered, but at what cost, my friends? It's just the Lucio bouncing around on point. OT tickles down. Wonderpets are out of time and then out of luck, and well, not quite out of the series, but 88s now have a very clear and achievable win condition.
Yeah, win condition. Push it almost 80 meters. Compared to what you could, that is nowhere. 88s are in the best position they could possibly put for themselves to take this series home in just dominating fashion here. We saw Soccer hold that ult. Know that as much as they are aggressive, they know when to calm it down. We saw it there. They saved the Shatter for that entire fight. They could have very easily lost that fight. The Shatter would have been securing to win that fight, but they ended up not using it, taking a bit of a risk, and they paid off in spades. 88s now with an Ana. This is extremely interesting. We've seen them use the Ana to great success on another. It was a hybrid. There was a point attack, but we did see them use it on Numbani to great success. They're going to try and get something off, most likely an anti on to, I don't know, either the Zen or the Reinhardt, and then immediately capitalize on that. If they can get that, that would give them ult advantage going into the last fight. It would give them the first fight. All they need to do is win 2 fights. So 88s, they have just every single possible advantage here. They could just hold all their ults, get Wonderpets to use their ults, and then come in 6-3, 6-4, and take 2 fights. They have the time to do that twice.
Alright, the spawn camp attempt is valiant and, ooh, works out. Zaki is going to go down alongside Soccer. 88s are going to have to take an uncharacteristically early loss here, Neon.
Yeah, that was just a great play from, I think it was Joe. The boop just immediately kicked Azario right out of position where no one could help Azario. Instantly killed.
Rough times.
Yeah, a lot of ult charge gain. Soccer took the advantage to pin in and dive to get half their ult as they did.
All right, Soccer being chunked down extremely low here. No Narnia hero play coming out for the time being and is going to get cut down by that Fire Strike. And now Settling Ace comes in to settle the score and to get some revenge from all the punishment that Wonderpets had to take earlier on the series.
Yeah, they're definitely they need to keep this as long as they can. But idiots are playing a very smart game here. They're not playing aggressive as they have been. They're playing the long game.
Yeah, they've been really intelligent with how they use their ults here. One ultimate at a time is going to be enough to take down 88s, and we talked about ult management being crucial here, and Wonderpets definitely got the memo. If anything, it looks like 88s, I mean, they haven't even gotten the chance to charge any up, so there isn't much to manage in the first place, but Wonderpets, one grab to win a fight in this GOAT's meta, absolutely phenomenal. All right, Shatter's being traded on from both sides as an early kill is going to come on to that break yet again. Rough times to play that hero so far this evening as Soccer now finally be able to get some leeway and to get some space here. Diva Bomb is going to come out. Really good work from Radzaki to hide from that as finally we have 88 carving out an opening through their blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, they're able to finally come through. They were just playing a long game. They didn't care if they lost 3-4 fights. They knew they'd eventually have a fight win with their ultimates because Wonderpets has to play a short game. Yes, they have to think of a long game, but if they could just play fight per fight per fight and it works, that's what Wonderpets have to do in almost, essentially. They are doing the spot on hold so they can get another fight guaranteed, but it's coming up to bite them really badly.
Oh no, that's the last thing they needed. Oh no, QZ going down means that 88s can push in fearlessly. The Transcendence and the rally being committed here to go in as deep as possible as Drake was forced to use that grab at a suboptimal time. The Zendiff now being established as well. Soccer jumping around the corner shatter to fight this out is absolutely phenomenal and the perfect way to end a series that has been dominated by Reinhardt play. Now it's time to clean up the point here and it's just Leche standing still and oh chat. Oh no, the BM stall is absolutely brutal. It's JM with the disc desperately trying to hold on here, but the Earth Shatter does come out along with a sound barrier for 88, so they are now going to commit to winning. But really good work from them so far, now just playing with their food, and can you fault them, Neon? After such a dominating series where so many style plays had to come out here, they're just celebrating and congratulating themselves, having a little bit of a party. Now chunking down Spade very low. Are they finally going to commit the elimination? Not quite yet, as we see the Diva, okay, the monkey being melted as well. And finally, 88's Tier 5 come through, and they are your console gaming league GOAT community tournament champions. What a display, what a victory.
Yeah, I'm not sure that entirely they could have killed the Lucio there just because they were running harder characters to aim with. They were running like on the point at least. Diva, Lucio. That's very hard to kill a Lucio, so they might as well just say, okay, we'll wait for the rest of the team to come back. Then the Lucio's going to end up having to kind of expose themselves. Our Reinhardt's going to come back. This hammer is a very effective weapon on a stalling Lucio. But either way, 88's able to take it in a very dominating display. After they lost 100-0 on Lijiang's first point, they come back, and it's almost as if they didn't lose that point. They just come in and dominate through the entirety of the rest of the series, playing just a step higher, just a step above Wonderpets on almost every single level, especially with Soccer's just genius plays. You can tell they're so well coordinated because Zen dies almost every single time. You can see it as they're moving. Okay, the Reinhardt's still coming back. Wait a bit, wait 5 seconds. Where's Reinhardt? They're always looking for where everyone on their team is. They're always communicating just at a higher level than Wonderpets could play at or was playing at. And it worked so well. 4-0. You can't get any better than that in the finals.
Yeah, and watching all the attention that was paid into the Reinhardts, especially soccer, both by their friendly teammates with the healing, the bubbles, the armor packs, both from the enemy team with the Discord orbs and the focus fire, and from us. From us, we haven't shut up about soccer all day. Joker's just kept the camera on him the whole time. You can tell why Season 2 gave us like the Legends of Super and Bumper. Because in a GOATS composition, the Reinhardts matter so much, and ultimately we had a very good Reinhardt, and then we had one that was just, I don't know, snorting G Fuel, and like I don't know where soccer gets all this energy from, because it's not like he was outplaying bad Ryan play. He wasn't up against somebody that was playing poorly, and soccer was just too. Yeah, so when you have a Reinhardt with that much swagger and the mechanics to back it up, I mean that's how you go and win a GOATS tournament. Um, really great work coming out from both teams, but Super 88 really showed us exactly why they're multi-tier champions as well as GOATS community tournaments champions, because they have that synergy, they have that gameplay, all of their craziness there, Neon. I want to stress all of that wild play. You could tell came off of scrims and practices, came off of great communication, and came off with so much trust, not just in soccer, but the surrounding cast and crew to enable soccer to go and do those crazy things. So well-deserved champions, a healthy amount of tomfoolery, but not too much to distract from their great play. So congratulations to 88s for nailing this. They are your console champions. And before we go, Neon, just shout out anything you'd like to plug before I hit us with the outro.
So before I do that, I would also like to say that, just with the huge plays from Soccer, who I believe is our MVP, I don't really think there's much of a question about that. But Soccer, yeah, Soccer dies very early on, so there's a lot of trust from Soccer to the rest of the team in Soccer, the team in themselves, that the team without the Reinhardt is going to capitalize on that play from the Reinhardt, that they're going to be able to survive and get the picks that they need. There's a lot of trust there, a lot of really good play. And as we go to the end of the stream here, if you want to find me, Neon Proje, it is, let's see if I can find it, right below here. My finger's going to not find it. Neon Proje, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch, all three right there. Follow me there. That's where to keep up with me.
And of course, I am Charles7Tang on Twitter and Instagram. My show reel's up there. Give it some love. This is one of the things to do, and I believe this is my first ever time dipping my toes onto the Xbox scene. So great to meet a bunch of you. Great to meet all you crazy people that just, smash pin on cooldown. So thank you so much for joining us. Once again, 88s are your Tier 5 GOATS console gaming league champions. With me today is Neon Prodigy, and in the producer's booth we had Joker's Ransom. Shout out Joker for a great job yet again, and wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in, good morning, good night, we'll see you again.